Welcome back, CSC103, to our second part of our audio-visual exercise. After we did Patrick Technology, we're going to do Patrick Animation. We're going to do a little tween animation in WeVideo. So in WeVideo, I'm at my exports right now, and I could go back to Home, and I can create new. I'll create a new video, use full featured again, and name it. Instead of my video, we'll call this 8-Patrick Animation, and you can put dash last name first initial. So I'll put Homa R for this. I'll hit enter, and now it has a name that's saved. And notice that you have the same media that you originally imported. So you have all this stuff in here, and you can go back to videos to open up your other one if you needed to edit. But we're going to do a little animation, and you saw the preview to the animation. And what we're going to do first is bring in an image, and you could use either Bikini Bottom or you could use the Bikini Bottom High School. And people have done different things. They've had Patrick go in the Bikini Bottom and small and come up the path and get big, or I'll just have him go back and forth at Bikini Bottom High School. So I'm going to bring in Bikini Bottom High School. I'll just put it on video right now. And the size of this, if I move this, it's about 5 seconds, and I'm going to drag it. And now I'm seeing some time on here. I'm going to drag it to about 13 seconds. Around there, because I want the text about 3 seconds, and then I want 10 seconds of going forward and going back, and then we'll put closing credits on there. Now you could use the closing credits from the other one if you'd wanted to. It's just going to do the same thing, so you get more practice at doing that. So right now what we have is we just have a still image. It's just a JPEG that's in there. I think it's a JPEG, or it could be a PNG. I'd have to look at the files again, but that's all it is. And what we're going to do first is just throw in some text. So I'll go to text, and I'll throw in sample text, and I'll put it over top. And when I put it over top, there's no background, and I'll double click on here, and I'll do the same thing I did last time. This is Patrick. This is Patrick. And I'll make it bangers again, and I'll make it larger. There we go. Make it nice and big. I think you could scale it here too. I think, unless it just scales the box, but I'll go here. Oh, auto adjust font size. Maybe that will scale it with the box. Yeah. Either way, I want it nice and big up here. I think you could rotate it. This thing rotates it, so if you want to put it on an angle a little bit, the same direction of the road, you could do that. And I'll even go a little bigger. Let me even go bigger. Stretch this out. There, that looks okay. Whatever, that's fine. And then also, if you want to go to animation, and we'll just do a fade. And that'll just fade in and fade out. You don't have to do start position, end position. If you just use fade, that's fine, at least for the credits. We are going to use start position, end position when we animate Patrick. But I'll go back and hit Save Changes, and I'll shorten this. And if you're not seeing the time in there, I think if you make this a little bigger, you might see the time better. There, I'm not sure what that is. So I'm going to make it like around 3 seconds. And also, if I want to put audio, that this is Patrick in there, I could throw that back. That's from my media. There's this is Patrick. I'll throw that in there as well. So it starts up there and then it fades out. Now I'm going to bring in Patrick. Now this is transparent, so he can be over top of this. So I'm going to bring in Patrick, and I'm going to have Patrick for 5 seconds. Then I'm going to flip him around. So we have about 3 seconds, and then 5 and 5. So altogether, it should be around 13 seconds. That's it. And there's Patrick. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of start him at one end and have him get bigger. Then we're going to flip him around. So we could go in there and do that. So we have to double click on this clip. And we're also going to put more music in here. This Patrick laugh we'll throw in here. But let's double click on this clip, and we'll do some animation. Go to animation, and I'm going to move him small to start. And I can also scale him. So I'm going to scale him just by using this. This is the start position, so I'm scaling him real small, and he's over here. That's where he's starting. Okay, that's it. And then end position, I'll go to end position. Now he's over here, and notice that his scale is at 1. He's going to be here, and that's all you really have to do. So the start, end, and I'll hit Save Changes. And I'll just see what happens here. I'll just play it. This is Patrick. Here he comes. Okay. Now what we're going to do, instead of doing that over, I'm going to try to copy this. So let's see if we can copy this. I'm going to do Command C. You could do Control C, or maybe you could hold the Option key. I don't know if it lets you make a copy. No, it does not. I'll move it. I'll do Command C, and then I'll move my playhead here, and I'll do Command V. I'm on a Mac, but if you do Control, it should paste that clip. So it's pasting that clip again. And you don't have to do a transition or anything. So it should be around that size. And now I'm going to go on this clip. And I'm going to go in here to the animation. And what we're going to do here is the start position, remember, is going to be over here. So I'm going to grab this and go to the start position and take it back to 1. Now, it may not be in the exact same place, but it doesn't matter. We're going to put him here, and then you're going to flip him around. So let's go to transform and use a flip. Okay, and then go back to animation. So we flip them around. Then we're going to go to end position, and I'm going to scale them down real small, and I'll put them over there. And he can even fade out at the end. So we flipped them around on this one. So we did 2 clips. So that's all you have to do. So remember, start position is here. This is the second clip. We flipped them by using the transform, and they had a flip button in here. We used that. And then we went back to animation, and then we did the end position, and we put them over here. And that should be it. So now we can run it through. This is Patrick. Here he comes, and then he should flip around and go back. Look at that. And if you want to put in his goofy laugh, you could throw in Patrick laugh. We're going to put it on the audio layer. And it's about the same length. You could put one there, and you could even drag it in again, a second clip of it. Or you could even have him laugh when he gets close. Actually, you can probably do that. You could probably just have him laugh kind of in the middle here where he gets close to you, because then it looks like he's laughing when he's close here. And if you wanted to fade out the laugh, you could fade out the laugh. You double click on the audio here and fade out, and just, you know, a 2-second fade out, and hit save. And then if you want to do credits again, you could do credits. If you don't want to do credits, you don't have to do credits. But remember credits, how we did last time. Let me shorten this so it shortens with him. Well, that's actually fine. What we have is fine. But to do credits, we go to text, we scroll down to special, we use this. We'll throw this at the end of the video. And we could throw a transition in there, like, you know, there's curtains or whatever. You throw in the curtains. We'll throw the curtains, just drag it right in between, just like that. And then double click on the text. And last time we made all the text a color, like a kind of a light yellow. We'll do that. And then we'll just put in my name again, and then put your name here. Scroll down and put SpongeBob SquarePants. And then for actor 2, Patrick Star. And if you want to change the font, if you want to use Alpha Slab, make it nice and bold, you could do that. And what's happening here? It's a little short. So I'll make sure that's large enough so I see everything there. And then we can do the animation. So we can just go to animation and start position, just move it down to there. End position, move it up. And that's it. And then just hit save changes. And then you could put that music from My Media. That's the closing credits music. We could put that down here. And I'll just move down a little. Remember, I'm using this to zoom, so if you need to make it a little smaller or bigger, I could bring this in here. I could shorten this and then just have it fade out. Double click on it and do a 2-second fade out and hit save changes, and that's it. And then I'll rewind, play the whole thing.
This is Patrick!
This is using a tween animation where the computer is generating all the frames in between. We're just doing a starting and ending position. And that's it. And then in comes the closing credits with the music playing and fades out. And that's it. So go here to save, and then all changes are saved, and then you can finish. And just like last time, you can export, and sometimes this takes a little while. We have a thumbnail here that looks a little bit better, so we'll export. And it takes a little while. And then when you're done, you'll go to your exports, and you'll open up your export, and you'll see a place where you can copy the link and put it into my warrant. So let me go back here while export is being queued. This one's even shorter, so it shouldn't take long. And I'll go back to editor. And I think we already did hit finish, so I'll hit close. And when you want to get back to your exports, you're just going to go here. So there's the animation one. I don't think it's done yet because it would show the duration here. Open export. It's still being queued, so you got to wait a little bit. 2 hours later, I finally got a notification that my video is ready, that it's exported. It took 27 minutes. That's ridiculous. I'm not sure what's going on a Thursday night for a video that's 13 seconds long. But anyway, again, it's free software. So you'll be done with it after this. You're going to share this. This is the one I did. You're going to share it. You're going to copy to clipboard the URL. And then you could close this. And you could go back, I guess, to this thing, back to your home. For some reason, it's still not showing up. Oh, there it is finally. It's even smaller than the other one, and it took forever. I tried to even do another one. I'll just delete the other one. Anyway, I'm not sure why it took so long. I'll go back to coursework. I still have it open here. Add a second comment. You can edit the other one, but just add a comment. Paste your link. It'll look like that with WeVideo, view, and then it'll show that. Remember, you're not copying this up here because this is not view. So don't copy, when you're in your video, don't copy it from the up here. It has to be from that share option in here. So it has to be when you go in here, open export, and it has to be when you generate this thing. So it has to be this thing here. And I have it pasted in there. Make sure you open a new window and hit save, and that's it. And then I'll be able to look at your 2 videos. So I'm not sure why it takes that long to export, but it does. So whatever, then you're done with it. You don't have to do WeVideo anymore. So hopefully you enjoyed that. It's kind of a nice little interface. If you actually paid for it, it might be nice. It's pretty easy to use, and I like some of the features they have. They even have, music in there and stuff. When you go in there, there's a lot of extra media in there, all kinds of music and stuff other than my stuff. When you go to create a new one, if I just go to create new video, full featured, lots of stuff in here, lots of audio clips and all kinds of stuff in here. So it's not a bad piece of software, but for free, I don't know. I'd try something else. I'd work with something else before I'd pay money monthly for this. I guess schools use it and things like that. But anyway, that's your audio video, and that's your Patrick animation, your 2 exercises. So hopefully you enjoyed that and had a little fun with it.